Oh, it is 8 o'clock. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna jump in nice and easy with some cat cows, guys. It's freezing. I don't know if it's where you are, but it is where me and Gaz are. So we're gonna need some warming up before we start the big stretches. So on all fours, and as normal, we're just gonna go into extension and flexion of the spine. So curling the body, curling the back as much as you can. Tuck the head under. And really, at this position, you're trying to push your shoulder blades into the roof. And then uncurl and go the opposite way, trying to get your head to touch your bum. And slowly moving it throughout these two positions. We're just going to slowly move through them for a minute. You can spend as long as you want in each position. Just get a little bit of movement in. Everything controlled and purposeful, controlled breathing. Couple more. Okay, good. All right, we're going to do some relatively quick Spider-Man reps again, just to try and warm things up and slowly loosen off. Don't take any of these positions too hard yet. So press up position. What we're going to do? Tell you what, we'll do a couple. We'll do right, left foot up, back, right foot up. Do that twice, and then we're going to slowly lower to the floor. Into the Cobra, and then we'll move into I forgot what that's called, whatever that downward dog. There we go. Okay, so press up position. So Spider-Man stretch, so left foot, just a second there, right foot, just a second, and repeat. So that's 4 in total. And now slow press up negative to the floor, or best you can, into the Cobra. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes on this one. Try and pull your shoulder blades into back pockets, and then head up. And then from there, up into downward dog. Hold it a few seconds there too. And then back to press up position. Spider-Man stretch straight away. Now this time we're going to hold it for 2 to 3 seconds each time. And swap. And again. And swap. So that's the 4. And then slow negative into the Cobra. And again, we're going to hold this a small amount longer as well. Keep squeezing glutes. And then into downward dog. Holding for a few longer seconds as well. Good. Okay, and then we're going to go once more through, holding each one even longer again. So Spider-Man, we're going to be 5 seconds in each Spider-Man position. And then swap. Back to the first leg. And swap again. That's 5. Okay, negative press up. Nice and slow. Into Cobra. Glutes on. Head up. Trying to look up best you can. Again, holding this one a bit longer too. And into downward dog. Last one. Okay, knees and rest. Good. All right. Definitely warmed me up. Hope it warmed you up too. Okay, so we're going to start with a hip flexor stretch and a quad stretch. So we're going to go into a twisted, basically. No, let's do that one first so you can see better. So in here, so Spider-Man stretch, put knee on the floor. So I guess a lunge really. Hands on the floor. And then if your right foot's forward, keep your left hand on the floor, and you're going to try and twist and reach the back foot in that position. Okay. So this is one of those that I really struggled with, and I did on my bedpost. So if you need something a bit higher, go for it. I'm going to give it a go, and then if it gets too painful, I'm going to switch over. All right. It's only going to be a minute per side. So again, the knees on the floor. Try and grab that foot. You might have to move to grab it like I do. And then you try to twist the shoulders. And then as you're doing this, you're really trying to push the hips into the floor, which is where I'm really struggling, as you can see. I'm going to hold it for, I'm going to try and stick to 30 seconds, then I'm going to swap to the bed. Let it go. It's a tough one, that. So last 20 seconds, guys. Okay, good. Now we're going to swap sides. So it's, yes, left foot forward for me. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go for 30 seconds on this, and then I'm swapping. Back to the bed. If you've not got a bed available, but it's too difficult, then you can just rest and then go back into it. So we're on our second leg. There's got 30 seconds gone. Try to push those hips forward and pull the heel to the bum. And twist the chest. Whew. Not cold anymore. Couple more seconds. Oh, there we are. Good. More coffee. Nice. Good work. Stop that. Okay. Next up, we are going to do a little. Well, I'll show you. Just show you. We've done some of it before, but we're just going to stay there a bit longer. So it's in the V stance where we're relaxing into this, but we're going to start moving around in this position a bit. Make things a bit harder. So it's going to be a good 5 minutes that we're in this kind of position, or at least stretching the adductors and hamstrings. So to start with, we are just going to fall over and try and relax. Remember not to go too wide with your feet, but go as wide as you want. You can bend your knees if you really feel you need to, but try and keep them straight. And we're just going to fall to the floor, trying to get as low as you are comfortable to get down. If you feel like you're slipping away, then you'll probably just have to come a bit narrower with your feet, and we'll just deal with that. So big breaths in here, just trying to relax all the body, all the upper body, leaning over as much as you can. Going to be in here for a good minute before we move. Okay, so now we're going to start by moving to our left foot. So keep everything still, just reach for that left foot and left ankle. Kind of hold on to whatever you can. If it's knee, fine. If it's shin, if it's foot, if it's past foot, great. But just grab on. Try not to bend the knees, but you might find you have to. But just kind of, yeah, hold on to whatever you have, whatever you can. And we're just going to stay there. Again, start easy. Kind of stretches the hamstring on one side more and the adductor on the other side more. So it's quite a good little maneuver to do. And now if you can reach a bit lower, go for it. Keep trying to keep the knees straight. But again, obviously, if you know you've got to bend them, then don't worry, that's fine. A little bit longer, maybe reach for the ankle. Just a few seconds there. Okay, back to the middle. Small bit of recovery. Notice if you're actually going lower. So I can almost get my palms to the floor now, whereas it was just fingertips at the start. All right, we're going to reach to the other side. Ooh, don't fall backwards. And again, grab onto whatever you can. If you are falling like me, just use your hand for balance. Grab onto whatever you can and just pull yourself into that side a little bit. Nothing too aggressive, nice and steady. Again, trying to keep the legs straight. Maybe a bit further down now. Maybe you're actually getting a little stretch in the opposite side of the body of the torso. That would be great if you could sort of reach further with that opposite side, and that's what we'll do that. A little bit longer. A few more seconds. And back to the middle, and just again relaxing. Getting more and more comfortable in this position. If you do need a break, you want to stand up, do so, that's fine. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of reaching out and something a little bit dynamic. So be careful on this one. No pushing too hard. So all I want really is reach out in front of you without falling over with both hands, touch the floor if you can, some kind of as far away as possible, and then as low as you can in the middle, and then reaching behind you. Okay, so reach in front as low as you can in the middle, and then reaching behind. In front as low as you can in the middle, reach as far behind as you can, all without falling over. And then in front, as low in the middle, behind. So after each reach, you're kind of coming out of the stretch. So you're pulsing, you're pushing hard for a splidge, and then back out. Couple more. Reach in front, reach down, reach behind. One more. In front, middle, behind. Okay, good. All right. Things are getting a bit tired now, so we're going to move straight into the next one. So all we're going to do from here, again, it's going to be dynamic. We're just going to try, I'm going to have to come a bit narrow to do this. We're going to squat down and push to one side, and then we're going to come back to original to the other side. And just on each one, get as low as you can into that squat. So it's kind of like if you cut me in half here, I'm doing a good squat with a straight leg. Back to the middle and across again. And you keep moving at your pace. When you go back to the middle, if you want to stand up, have a small break, and lower back might be a bit overstretched at the minute, that's fine. And keep moving through your pace again, getting as low as you can. When you're getting as low as you can, you're pulling the chest up best you can. Add difficulty, you can try and stay in that squat, stay as low as possible as you transition. That makes it much harder. One more swap, and then we're going to rest. Nice and slowly onto the floor. Oh. Good. Nice. Okay. Quick drink. Let's do work. All right, next one we're going to do a static relaxing one against the wall. We're just going to do the half lotus. Minute or so per side. So that one is laying down against the floor, of course. Ankle on the knee, bum onto the floor in this position, and then you're just pushing the knee away. That's it. So trying to get a stretch in the glute, maybe the side of the glute. I'm just going to stay here, focus on breathing and relaxing. We've only got a minute and a half per side, but it's enough to relax into it. So the other ones were pretty tough, quite energetic. This one we just want to settle the heart rate, settle the breathing, settle any muscular fatigue that's going on from the last one. So if you're not feeling a stretch, you can pull your leg lower, your foot lower. You can push the knee towards the wall further. And you can do both of those whilst sitting closer to the wall as well, if you need it. Without moving as well, you can actually just go on your tiptoe with the foot against the wall, which will pull the foot higher, and that helps. Another 20 seconds. Really controlled breathing now. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Okay, swap sides. And we've got a minute and a half in here as well. Again, as with every stretch, you can start easy and make it more difficult. Keep pushing those hips into the floor as well. You don't want to have them rising. Deep breaths as normal. Just relax. Okay, 20 more seconds in that, guys. You guys carry on. Have a quick look. Perfect. Good. Well done. 10 more seconds. Okay. Rest out of that one. Nice work. Okay, next we're going to do the scorpion, which is less of a stretch and more of a dynamic movement, I guess, like how we started. So for the scorpion, hopefully you've got room to do this, certainly both of you two. Lie down on your front. To be honest, you can do what you want with your hands at this point, but the goal is out in a T. And then what we're going to do is imagine trying to touch the hand with the opposite foot. So with as much rotation as you need, reach for the foot. You can see I'm nowhere near, that's fine. And then the opposite, and then back. And it's just rotating as much as you can, alternating between the sides for a minute, that's all. Go at your own pace, don't rag anything. Everything should be a controlled movement, not a momentum swing, okay? If you don't have the space with your arms, just keep them by your side and do the same thing. It'll be fine. But if you do, go for it. Okay, so 1 minute, nice and controlled. You can pause if you want. You might even feel a few cracks in the back, that's fine. That's from the twisting of the lumbar spine, so it's all fine. So really try and make sure you're pulling the foot up towards the hand as well as just sideways. So you have to bend that knee as much as you can. Just be careful not to get cramp in the hamstring. Couple more. One more, guys. One more each side. Okay, nice, good. Awesome, okay. Next up, you've got 2 more. We're going to do a single leg hamstring one. So, sole of the foot, inside thigh, reaching over. As usual, I've got my resistance band. Make life easy for myself. If you've got one, go for it. And again, it's just because I can't reach my foot to make things comfortable. So all we're going to do, keep this leg straight, reaching in for the foot. Try and get the chest and the head as low as possible. So we're just going to basically these last 4 stretches, or 2 stretches, but each side, just nice and relaxing. 2 minutes on each. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go. And then just controlling the breathing again. Big breaths. Heads down if you can. And just relax. Just focus on that stretch. Focus on your breathing. Try and let everything else go. Every 30 seconds, maybe make it a little bit harder. Reassess your position, make sure that knee's down. See if you can lean over further, something like that. And again, if you are feeling too much tightness back of the knee and you're pulling your toes up, then just point the toes. It will release the nerve in the knee. Oh, so close. All right, there's only 35 seconds left in here. Keep going. Few more big breaths. Oh, okay, next side. Oh, we get straight in. Oh, I've got to start slow. All right, and we're in opposite side, 2 minutes. Here we go. You might have one side worse than the other. That's fine. I think this is slightly worse for me. Yeah, just ease into it as normal. Just focus on the stretch, focus on the breathing, big breaths. Try and get as low as you can. Good, nice work, guys. Feel that stretch. "40 seconds left. Good. A little bit more, maybe you push a bit harder now if you can, just for those last 15, 20 seconds. Get that chest down, stretch the lower back, stretch the hamstrings. And relax out of it. Good. Oh, last one to finish, we're just going to do the pigeon stretch, okay? So knee between hands, keeping hips square, and then that's it. Leaning forward if you can. Think about pushing the back leg backwards. All right. So that you're trying to get your hips as low to the floor as you can. And we're staying here for 2 minutes per side, and then we're done. Make sure you're not kind of leaning on one side more than the other. Square off. And if that's fine, you're not feeling anything, then you can lean over. But if you don't need to, don't. If the knee drifts towards the right, towards one hand, that's fine. As it eases, you can probably start to go lower. Just keep squaring the hips as you do. So push that back leg further back if possible. Keep the hips square. Lean over more. Maybe you can get the elbows. Maybe you've already started at your elbows. As long as you're feeling the stretch in the glute, all good. Just 30 more seconds. Nice big breaths again. Last 10 here. If you feel you need to push it a bit harder, go for it. But if you're enjoying it, just stay. Okay, let's swap sides. All right, same thing. Maybe you start high. Square off those hips. Here we go. Oh. Didn't press start. So 2 minutes, last 2 minutes, final two. Last chance to relax into a stretch here and just focus on something else for the day. Not ready for that one? Good, nice work, guys. Really pushing that back leg backwards, square off those hips again. We're in that final minute now. Really good. Keep it going. A few more big breaths. Last 15, guys. Almost done here. Really good work. Okay. Oh, good. Everything done. Nice work. A couple of minutes over, but should be all right. Oh,
that was really good. Thank you, Dom.
Welcome.
Thank you, Dom.
Pleasure. Thanks for joining, guys.
Guys.
Hopefully see you all on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you Monday. Have a good
See ya.
weekend.
Have a good weekend.
You
Take
too,
care, guys.
guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.